Welcome to Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. Guys, if it's a bit dark, it's load shedding and I have to get these videos out, guys. I don't have a choice. We want to revise, we want to pass. We can't now stop recording because there's load shedding, okay? So we're gonna have to keep recording these video tutorials even if there's load shedding. Okay, on today's video tutorial, guys, we are still dealing with the grade 12 mathematics June 2022 paper 1 that is written by the Gauteng province learners. We're using this past paper to revise the work that we've done in term 1 and in term 2. So it's a great way for you guys to revise. So please, even if you're from Mpumalanga, KZN, Northern Cape, Western Cape, Northwest, it's a great way to revise. Okay, you guys can even just recommend which past paper that you would like for me to do, and then I'll get to it. Right, in today's video tutorial, guys, we are going through question 3, and question 3 we are still dealing with sequences, but I'm sure this just looks a bit different to what you are basically used to, right? This is like an application question, right? So we're using knowledge that we know when it comes to calculating an area of a triangle, right, to figure out what type of a sequence this is, right, and to also answer questions. This is a great question, guys. I love application questions because they require you to think instead of just now using formulas, punching in. This is where you now test to see if you really understand the work that you're doing. I love application questions. So this is an application question. Please make sure that you watch this whole video tutorial, guys, because it is really going to be really helpful, right, and also help you guys as to how you guys are supposed to approach your application questions, right, even in your final exams. Before I get started with the video tutorial, guys, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Please make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video tutorial. So without any further ado, guys, let's get started with today's video tutorial. Question 3. The figure below represents a pattern of shaded triangles placed on a white rectangular board. The triangles all have equal bases of 4, right? Of 4 units in length. The height of the first triangle is 1 unit. Each triangle's height thereafter is 1 unit more than the previous one. Okay, so let's just quickly analyze what this question is telling us, right? We've got obviously a pattern, right, of shaded triangles, right? We've got triangles here, okay? So we've got triangles that are shaded and they are placed on a rectangular board. The triangles all have equal bases. So all these bases of these triangles, right, they're equal, meaning that the base of triangle 1 is equal to 4, is 4 units. Base of triangle 2 is also equal to 4 units. Base of triangle 3 is equal to 4 units. So all these bases are actually equal to 4 units, right? And we are told that the height of the first triangle is 1 unit, right? So the height of this first triangle is 1 unit, okay? That height there is equal to 1 unit. And each triangle's height thereafter is 1 unit more than the previous one, right? So the height of the next triangles needs to be 1 unit more than the previous triangle. So for triangle 2, right, it needs to be 1 unit more than triangle 1, which is going to be 2. Triangle 3 needs to be 1 unit more than triangle 2, which is going to be 3. And triangle 4 needs to be 1 unit more than triangle 3, so it's going to be 4. All right, so all the triangles have the same base, right? All these triangles have the same base, but their height is 1 unit more than the previous triangle's height. Okay, so let's just now move on. Okay, the first question says determine the area of the first triangle, right? This one is simple, guys. To determine the area of a triangle is equal to half base multiplied by the perpendicular height. Okay, it's out of 1 marks, guys. Okay, so it's half. What is the base for the first triangle? we're dealing with this triangle. Okay. What's the base? It is 4 units because the bases are the same, multiplied by the perpendicular height. What is the height? It is 1 unit. So it's going to be half of 4 is 2 multiplied by 1. Therefore, the area is 2 units. 2 units squared. Okay? Okay, that is our final answer. Second question, determine the area of the 26th triangle. Okay, so now this question is also a bit of an application question, right? For us to be able to determine the area of the 26th triangle, okay, for us to be able to determine the area of the 26th triangle, we need to basically get the pattern that is going on here, right? We need to determine the pattern that's going on here. And how do we determine the pattern that's going on here? We need to basically calculate the area of the first triangle and get the area of the second triangle and get the area of the third triangle and get the area of the fourth triangle, right? And see if we, get any pattern that is going on, right? And then from there, we'll be able to move forward and get what the area will be of the 26th triangle. Question 3.2 says, determine the area of the 26th triangle, right? And for us guys to be able to even get the area of the 26th triangle, we need to basically see what is the pattern that is going on here, right? And once we are able to find the pattern, then it will be easy for us to get the area of what the 26th triangle is going to be, because we're not gonna now find, okay, and be like, okay, so triangle 5, that means that for triangle 5, the base is 4 and the height is 5, right? Okay, the base is 4, the height is 5, and then continue all the way to triangle 26. Guys, we're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, we're not gonna get anywhere. This is for 2 marks, right? So it needs to be something whap. We need to be moving, all right? So now how do we determine the area of the 26 triangle? We need to get the pattern. And to get this pattern, we need to calculate the area of the first 4 triangles, the areas of the first 4 triangles that we're given. And once we have the areas of these first 4 triangles, then we'll be able to establish if there is some type of a pattern that is going on, right? So the area of triangle 1, guys, we've already calculated it, and we said that it's 2 units squared, okay? Area of triangle 2, okay, is still half. What is your base for triangle 2? It's still 4. And what is your height? It's 2, okay? Area for triangle 3, what is your base? It's 4. What is your height? It's 3. And then your area for triangle 5, what is your base? It's 4. What is your height? It's 4, okay? If you punch that into your calculator, you'll get that the area for triangle 2 is 4. The area for triangle 3, okay? The area for triangle 3 is 6. And the area for triangle 4 is 8 units squared, okay? Right? And then here, guys, we need to see if there's any pattern. And if there is a pattern, what type of a pattern exists between these areas of these triangles, right? So the first one, triangle 1 is 2. The second triangle is 4. The third triangle is 6. And the fourth triangle is 8, right? So we can basically determine whether it's an arithmetic pattern, a quadratic pattern, or a geometric pattern by either finding if there's a common ratio to check if it's geometric, or checking to see if there's a first common difference for an arithmetic sequence, and checking to see if we've got a second common difference for a quadratic. We're going to first check if it's an arithmetic, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 4, okay, 6 minus 4 is 2, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So already here, guys, we can see that we've got a first common difference, right? And if you've got a first common difference, that tells us that we are dealing with an arithmetic sequence, right? And if we're dealing with an arithmetic sequence, the general formula that we use to find the formula for the nth term of our arithmetic sequence is given by a plus d to the power of n minus 1. Okay, what is our a? Your a is your first term, that is 2, plus what is your d? Your d is your first common difference, which is still 2, right? And n minus 1, okay? So the formula for the nth term for this sequence of areas of your triangles is given by the formula Tn, which is equal to 2 plus 2n minus 2, okay? Simplified is equal to Tn, which is equal to 2n. Okay, and we're not forgetting, guys, we are trying to find the area of the 26th triangle. We're looking for Tn, okay? And to find Tn, we simply substitute. So Tn is equal to 2 times it by your n is 26, okay? Therefore, your area for the 26th triangle is actually equal to 52 units squared. Okay. Question 3.3. The triangles are placed on a rectangular board with a length of 104 units, right? So we're basically given this length of this board, and it's 104 units. It's a rectangular board, and the length is 104 units, okay? The question is asking us to determine the area of the unshaded part of the white rectangular board. So guys, this is also an application question, right? It's an application question for series, right? You need to understand that. Firstly, to get the area of the unshaded part, they want this area here. The unshaded part is that area there, the white region, all right? And for us to get basically what that area is, we need to get the area of all these triangles, all the way to the last triangle, right? And subtract it from the total area of this white board, okay? Okay, so basically that is what we have to do, guys, all right? So how do we do that? Do we have to now go and calculate all these areas? We don't have to do that, okay? The only thing that we need to do, we need to get the sum of the areas, right, of these 26 triangles, right? So the last triangle on this board is the 26th triangle, right? And the 26th triangle has a particular height, right? So we need to first calculate what that height is, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to basically calculate what the height is for this last triangle here, okay? And then once we get that height, right, then we'll be able to get what the area is for the whiteboard, okay? And once we've got what the area is of the whiteboard, then we can continue from there. Let's start step by step, right? Okay, we found that the 26th triangle, okay, we're assuming that is the last triangle on this board. We found that the area for it, right, the area for the 26th triangle was actually equal to 52 units squared. Okay, so now we're going to work with this information to help us get everything else, right? So let's get the area of the whiteboard, okay, the area of the rectangular board. Okay, guys, area is equal to length times breadth for a rectangle. What is your length? We are told that the length is 104 units, so 104 multiplied by what is the breadth, which is the height. We don't know what this height is. How can we? Okay, we don't know what this height is, right? For the last triangle, right? We don't know what this height is. We need to determine what it is, right? However, we are given, okay, we were able to calculate what the area will be for the last, we were able to calculate the area of the 26 triangle, right? And we found that, you know, for area of your triangle, it's equal to your half base multiplied by your perpendicular height, okay? We found that the area for the 26 triangle is equal to 52 units, which is equal to half. We know that the base is equal to 4 because that's the information that is given to us, and we can just find out what the height is, right? So if you divide by a half, or half of 4 is 2, okay? If you divide by that and you divide by 2 on this side, right, you'll find that your h is equal to, okay, because guys, let's not be confused. Half of 4 is 2, so that's why I'm dividing by 2 that side, right? It's the same as this, okay? Okay, so 52 divided by 2 is equal to 26, okay? So therefore, the height of the 26th triangle is actually 26, right? And now since we've got the height from there to there, from there to there, we can simply just calculate what the area is for the rectangular board. Okay, and the area of the rectangular board is length times breadth, and your breadth is 26. Guys, it's units. Okay, 26 units, right? So 104 multiplied by 26, which is equal to 2,704 units squared. That is your area of your rectangular board. But now we need to get what is the area of the sum of all these triangles, right? What is the area of the sum of all these triangles all the way up to the last triangle, right? Because guys, we were able to we saw that we are dealing with an arithmetic sequence. That means that to get the sum of the areas of all these triangles, right, we use the formula for the sum of an arithmetic series, right? So sum of an arithmetic series is given by n over 2 times it by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by the d. Okay, we already know for this arithmetic series, our a is equal to 2. Okay, we know that your a is equal to 2, right? We want the sum, right, for all the triangles going all the way to the 26th triangle. So n is 26, right? Okay, what is the difference? The first common difference for our sequence here was 2, and we're just going to simply substitute. Okay, so to get the sum, n is 26 over 2. Your 2, what is your a, is 2 plus, guys, the d can move to the front. You can take it to the front. It's going to be d, which is that 2, what's your n, is 26 minus 1. Okay, and if you just punch that into your calculator, you'll find the sum of all the areas of these triangles, the sum of all the areas of these triangles going all the way to the last triangle, the 26th triangle, is actually equal to 702. Okay, so the sum of all these areas of these triangles is 702 units. Okay, so now guys, we've got the area of the rectangular board, right, which is 2,704 units, and we've got the area for the sum of all these triangles. Then from here, guys, to get the area of the unshaded part, what do we do? Okay, to get the area of unshaded region or part, okay, you say area is total area, right? So we're going to take the total area of the board minus the sum of the areas of the triangles. Okay, so we found that the total area of the board is actually equal to 2,704 minus the sum of the areas of all the triangles, right? And we found that to be 702. Therefore, the area of the unshaded region is equal to 2,002 units squared. Okay. Then the next question, guys, we are going through question 4, which deals with the properties of a hyperbola, right? So please make sure that you watch this video tutorial. We explain to you guys the different properties of your hyperbola, because for this question, I'm just strictly going into the solution, right? So if you want to understand, please watch this video. That is it, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next upload, Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. Bye, guys.